Have you seen this chart right here? You better be paying attention, because every 4 years, in the month of August, Bitcoin in the crypto world does the exact same move. It shocks everybody, it surprises everybody, and sends absolute pandemonium spreading across the world in the crypto markets. It happens on schedule every single August, and you need to be ready for this move that is about to happen in the crypto space. Let's get into it. Welcome. I'm Steve. Here we deliver honest, sponsorship-free TA with genuine value. Subscribe for a no BS approach that actually helps you. Subscribe. So here we are, Bitcoin US dollar index, and today we're on the monthly chart. On the monthly chart, what I've gone ahead and done is I've highlighted the month of August. August 2013, starting this right here. 4 years later, August 17, this candle right here. 4 years later, August 21, this candle right here. What do these have in common? Well, August 2013, 3 months to the top, 2017, 4 months to the top, and 2021, 3 months to the top. Do you sense a pattern? Here's the pattern. It's not much time left, but after and during this month are the most explosive times in the entire 4-year cycle. Why do I tell you that? This is 4 years later, August 2025. August 2025 is about to happen. And I need you to be ready for what is about to happen in the crypto space. Because once again, it's going to catch the world on absolute fire with crypto. Everybody is going to be talking about crypto. And I need to prepare you that this bullishness that's going to be coming in to the space, there's not a lot of time left in this cycle. I know people want to say, hey, this cycle still has a year left. It has whatever, a year and a half, whatever they're going to say. Just prepare yourself, take a deep breath, and always stay level-headed. You never want to get too excited on the way up, and you never want to get too depressed on the way down. The ones who stay level-headed and remove emotion from this game, and make no mistake, it is a game, and people are playing to win. You need to remain level-headed, and you'll have a significantly higher chance of success. But make no mistake, this is a game of emotion, and those who can control it win. You will know the famous saying I always say, money moves from impatient hands to patient hands. That's not this year, that's not last year, that's not the year before, that's not the past couple of years, it's also not the past decade. It is human history. Since humans have been on this planet Earth and we've had anything that represents money, money has always moved from impatient hands to patient hands. In 1,000 years from now, guess what? It will remain true. Money will move from impatient hands to patient hands. That will be true until humans no longer exist. I want you to let that set in, because this is the cycle that gets everybody's emotions moving more than ever before. And when do people make the highest majority of their buys? Near the top. Every single cycle is the same. But let's refocus on August, and let's go back in time in our time machine and rewind to the glory days of August 2013. Where were you? What were you doing in August 13? Well, I'll tell you what Bitcoin was doing. Bitcoin had just finished the month of July, and the month of July was our transition month. That transition month took us from that pinnacle high we had a few months ago, and we needed a cool-off phase. And with our cool-off phase, July was that transition month from this kind of cool-off phase back into a bullishness, and August represented the first bullishness that we had seen after our cool-off period. In other words, August was our new part of the trend, where that bullishness really picked up in a major way. No hype, just facts. Subscribe and relax. We saw the market move really, really, really huge back in the day from roughly $65 Bitcoin in our transition month up to the high of 150 during the month of August. It was a major transition into the bull, leaving 2013 3 months to the top, 2017 4 months to the top, and 2021 3 months to the top. So it's either 3 or 4 months after the month of August, and the month of August back in 13 was explosive. And that was the start of even a more explosive October and an even more explosive November. So what did August 17th have in store for us? Well, once again, the month of July was here. And once again, July was that transitioned month for the crypto space. And it saw its high in May, and it took a couple months of cool down, and Bitcoin cooled down to about 1,700. And then in the month of August, it went from a low of 1,007 and exploded to the high of almost 5,000. The month of August was explosive. The month of August set the tone, and the month of August set the stage really for that final push in the crypto markets. Let's fast forward to 2021, because this is where they said this time is different. This is where they said this is unlike any market we've ever had before, except it was exactly the same, because August came around and here we were. And what did we do in the month of July? The month of July was right here, and that was our transition month. Our transition month saw a high a couple months ago. We had a crash. July was that month where it said, you know what, the crash is transitioning into the bullishness, and August came around and shot through the roof. While everyone waited to buy Bitcoin under 10K, which never happened, I told you to buy at 15K, which ended up being the bottom. And I called for Coinbase to go from 50 to 500. But none of that matters if you don't know how to exit like a pro. Soon, I'm going to be releasing my personal exit strategy. Be ready. Right on schedule, right on cue, every single time is the exact same. You can see the month of August and what we were able to do. We exploded. The prior month had seen a low of 30,000. In August, we saw a high of 50,000. It's a major shift between the low of July and the high of August. You can see what the factors have told you about 2013, 2017, and 2021. Once again, everything I've said in this video so far, none of it is my emotional opinion. None of it is what I think or guess or hope is going to happen. 100% of this is based on pure, bona fide, cold hard facts. What I like to do is look at the charts, and I like patterns. I like repeatable patterns. It's what I do with my whole life, but really specifically with charts. I just love charts. I love what they are telling us, the stories and the details and the facts that they are telling us, and it's clear as day. Every 4 years, Bitcoin does the exact same thing. And it leads into the exact same part of the market cycle every 4 years. It's the same. So should we really be expecting anything different? Well, let's look at how things are shaping up. Are we on track to do something similar, or are we on track to do something horrific? Let's take a look. August 2025, precisely 4 years later, what we have seen so far. Well, a few months ago, we had seen these kind of tops around, 100-ish, 115, whatever the number is. We had this cool off period. And what we've seen in July was not only our transition month, but it was a little bit more bullish than our prior months of July. So is this a little foreshadowing of what we have coming in August? Is August going to play out the same way as 13, 17, and 21 with extreme bullishness? Or because this time around, our July candle wasn't really as bearish as our prior candles and saw significantly more bullishness, is August now going to act differently? Well, let's dig into it. What we can see, just based on the facts, is back here in December, we were faced with some issues. And after December, we had this fallout where we needed to find some support. Luckily for us, we came back down to a beautiful support level, which was our resistance back in April 24. We came back down there in March 2025 at these levels of about 70-ish K. And at that level, we saw extreme support. We had some big wicks here, and the market started to push back up. And we saw our high back in May, and we started to recover back in June. And June really ended up being our transition candle, 1 month ahead of schedule. So July ended up being our traditional August candle. If that can tell us anything, maybe our August candle is typically the September candle of the prior months. No matter how you cut it, one can suggest that we don't have years left of this bull and we potentially have months left. How many months? Well, it's between 3 and 4 of the past cycles. But one can also suggest that our July candle is dramatically different, which might make our August candle slightly different. However, I think the big story and the major theme will continue with the rest of the cycle, meaning that July, that August timeframe was that transition into that final stage of the market, and that final stage of the market was the hottest of the market. So we need to be ready for that. Let me know your predictions down below. Hit that subscribe button. I'll see you right back here in the next video. Trade like a tourist or go with the pros. The FFA is where the real ones go. Link in description.